students. So I wanted to give you a little tutorial on the rhetorical devices. So we're going to skip that first page, right? And we're going to remember that one of the tools we use is these guided notes. So you open them up right here, and they'll come up in another window. We'll come back here, and the first thing we want to do is find our objective, right? So in this lesson, you will explain the purpose of rhetorical devices. All right. So in order to master this lesson, I have to be able to explain the purpose of rhetorical devices. I'm going to be looking for the definition of understatement. I've got the definition of overstatement here, which is to express or state something too strongly, to exaggerate. In my experience, we're very good at this as humans. And then I'm going to be looking for rhetorical appeals, pathos, logos, and ethos, strengthening appeals with devices, logical fallacies, and I'll summarize. All right, so if you're like me, you've heard of some of these things, and hopefully it's not all brand new, but if it is, take as much time as you need, right? So the contents, this lets you know how much there is to do. Some people have been thinking there's only one slide. Most of these lessons are much longer than that. This one isn't that long, so there's just 1, 2, 3, 4 sections, and we'll begin. All right. Introduction. Again, if you're working on this on your own and you're not watching the video, you can use this to read the slide for you, and you can use that to back up. Right? Let's let the slide read it to us. Maybe you'll hear it. All right. So I used my highlighting tool to highlight that last sentence because it feels like that's the most important part of that intro. And we'll keep going. All right, let's do the warm-up question together. Let's see what you already know about making arguments. Imagine that you're listening to a classmate who's running for president of the student council. What is the most convincing support for why you should vote for this classmate? A story about the classmate's friendships, examples of the classmate's leadership experience, an explanation of why the classmate wants the position, or a description of the classmate's college plans. I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to submit. And I got it correct. Okay, awesome. And there's an explanation. All right, if you get it incorrect though, it'll let you try again, right? You can always, so let's say I got it incorrect. This is what I'd see, incorrect, and then I could show the correct answer, right? Or I could try again. And then this is just a warm up. This is to get your brain working and thinking about the topic. Now we're going to go into these rhetorical appeals. Writers use rhetorical appeals to make an argument more persuasive. In this section, you'll learn about 3 rhetorical appeals: ethos, logos, and pathos. These rhetorical appeals rely on credibility, logic, and emotions. Each appeal has a different impact on readers and can be used independently or together to create a message that is not only appealing, but also clever in its structure. All right, so this is the overview. I want to see if I've got the overview here. Writers use rhetorical appeals to make an argument even more convincing. These rhetorical appeals rely on credibility, something and something. All right, credibility, logic, and emotions. Logic, emotions. Each appeal has a different impact, right? Keeping these notes, it might seem silly, but it's a way for you to put it into your brain. And then you can use them for the test as well. All right, so we're going to go into ethos, pathos, and logos. You actually know this stuff because you watch TV commercials probably. If you're like anybody else and you've seen a commercial, you've seen these things in action. Pathos, logos, and ethos. Well-written argumentative essays frequently use all 3 rhetorical appeals to present strong and compelling cases to readers. Click each item turn to learn more about the rhetorical appeals. All right, we'll start with pathos. It means emotions or values. And it's an appeal to the audience's emotions by drawing on strong feelings such as patriotism, hope, pity, or pride. A writer who appeals to the emotions, needs, and values of readers is using the rhetorical strategy of pathos. This type of appeal uses emotionally charged language to get a reader's attention. Writers use pathos when writing about a topic that has more to do with feelings and emotions and less to do with logic and intellect. So pathos, an appeal to the audience emotions, drawing on strong feelings such as patriotism and pride. All right, hopefully that's helpful. Keep going.